Good Monday morning. Okay, I have to confess I am totally wearing this scarf to celebrate that this is the week that SEC football starts back, and this is my Gamecock Carolina scarf. Yes. I almost wore red and white and realized that you might think I liked another SEC team, and I don't. I like this one. It's my favorite. So, totally off topic. Real topic. We left Jacob having this beautiful encounter with Esau that's simply miraculous, and now we have this horrific moment done by Jacob's children that comes into this story. And Jacob has a daughter with his wife Leah named Dinah, and Dinah is raped by a man who is the son of, it says in chapter 34, verse 2, the son of Hamor the Hivite, the prince of the land. And he loves her. He wants her to be his wife. And so Hamor comes to the brothers and asks them to give their sister Dinah to his son as his wife. He asks them in verse 9, make marriages with us, give your daughters to us, and take our daughters for yourselves. You shall dwell with us, and the land shall be open to you. Dwell and trade in it and get property in it. So remember Rebekah telling Isaac, do not let him get a wife from the Canaanites, because Esau's wives are driving me crazy. So here you have a defilement from another nation, and now that nation's asking them to join in marriage. Well, the brothers, of course, are infuriated. And so they concoct this whole scheme and convince them to get circumcised, and if they do, then they'll marry them. That's the only way they'll intermarry. But it really was a scheme to destroy them. And so this is what happens in verse 25. On the third day, when they were sore from the circumcision, this whole camp of Hamors has done this circumcision to be able to marry their daughters and women, and they're sore from their circumcision. I can only imagine. And two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, took their swords and came against the city while it felt secure and killed all of the males. Those brothers, for the defilement of their sister, killed every single one of those men. They took their flocks and their herds, their donkeys, and whatever was in the city and in the field. All their wealth, all their little ones, and their wives, all that was in the houses, they captured and they plundered. And this is what Jacob says. He said to Simeon and Levi, you have brought trouble on me by making me stink to the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites and the Perizzites. My numbers are few, and if they gather themselves against me and attack me, I shall be destroyed, both I and my household. But they said, should he treat our sister like a prostitute? Remember, we talked all the way back with Esau about anger. We talked about it all the way back with Cain. But what I just want to say, to give you to think about this week, Jacob's name has just been changed to Israel. His destiny has been solidified with his surrender. And any time that happens in our lives, that we make this step of real surrender, the enemy comes to abort destiny every single time. Do not be fooled into thinking that just because God has declared a destiny over you, that the enemy is not going to do everything in his power to stop it, steal it, thwart it. He is a thief, John 10:10 says, who comes to steal, who comes to kill, and to destroy. So whenever God gives you a promise and you have had a Jabbok experience like Jacob did, where you wrestle with God and he blesses you and you surrender completely and totally, and God is ready to change your name and tell you who you are. Anytime we have those moments in our lives, we can rest assured the enemy is on the prowl. So we have to set up those things that protect us, which are relationships, talking, not hiding out, not keeping secrets, telling people so that they can pray for you. This is what the enemy's doing. This is how he's trying to assault me. Not keeping silent and trying to scheme something in our own way. Because the enemy wins in that every time. What they did could have completely aborted the destiny of the Israelites. Because the enemy always comes in once a promise has been given to figure out how to make sure that promise is aborted. Friends, when you have come to a place of surrender, guard it with everything you are. Guard yourself with the watering of the word. Keep yourself in communion with the heart of your Father, and keep yourself in relationship with those who can walk with you, who can be Aaron and Hurs like they were for Moses, and hold up your hands when you're weary and fight the battles with you. We were not created to fight battles alone. Do not be fooled. Just because destiny is given doesn't mean the enemy won't do everything he can to abort it. Above all else, guard your heart, for it affects